So I'm putting together a link building campaign for one of my pages, and I thought, why not record the process? Maybe you'll get some value out of it. So this is our media outlets page. We've got a list of all the media outlets that we could find, separated by niches and location. So I thought, you know what? If there's articles talking about, how to get coverage, ways to get coverage, whether it's general articles or niche specific articles, this would be a great link insert opportunity. Very relevant. So I wanted to put together a campaign that finds as many of these articles as possible and then start doing outreach. So I'm going to use a combination of tools here: ChatGPT, Link-O-Matic, and Respono. So I'll guide you through the process. So first of all, when I'm putting together these lists, I am generally scraping Google. That's where I get most of the prospecting lists. And ChatGPT actually makes it really, really easy to put together some advanced search operators. So I just started with a simple search. Give me a Google search operator that I can use to find articles that are talking about media outlets, but not directly providing a list of them. So it gave me a thing, and then I just kind of talked to it. I gave it more niches to think about. I asked it to refine its thing, and ultimately the end result was this monstrosity here, where agriculture, in parentheses, media outlets or publications or journalists, and comma, coverage, in URL blog, and then in URL, there is not a list directory, and in the title, there's no best top list directory. So these are the 50 search terms that I'm going to use, and I want to pull out the top 50 for each one of these. So the tool that I like for this is Link-O-Matic. It's a tool that we've developed, internal tool. Basically, you can create campaigns and then just do a bunch of bulk operations to build prospecting lists. So I'm going to start with creating a campaign here. I'll call it Media Outlets under the personal team. So I'll head over to the all-in-one tool. And what's interesting here is basically you can step-by-step build a prospecting list, vet it, and so on and so forth. So we're going to use the check bloggers from SERPer, and I will paste in all of those keywords. I'm going to ask it to give me 50 results from the web here, not Google News, but the web. So we'll let that run. So this generated 1,400 results. Let's save that. The idea behind what makes this tool a time-saving tool is you can give the campaign like a reference URL of something that you think is a relevant type of prospect, and then it'll compare each of the results that you generated to the reference URL. So the way to do that, I'll take this "How to Get Media Coverage for Your Business" article that I found on Google, and I'm going to add this as the reference URL. So I can paste that here, create the job, and then schedule this page to get scraped. So what the tool is going to do is scrape the page, take in all the content. We can save that and then head back into the all-in-one. Next time I want to scrape all of the blog results that I generated with SERPer. So these are 1,400 potential prospects. We're just going to scrape all of them. 72% were successful. For the last remaining percentage, we'll use a different scraper, the web cache. And that gets us to a 94% successful scrape. That's great. So once this is finished saving, we can think about the next module, which is bulk processing. What this is basically going to do is it's going to compare each one of those blogs to my reference URL. Great. And once that's done, if we look at some other modules here, we're actually able to classify the results in bulk. So we can say, you know what, each one of the comparisons received a similarity score from like 100 to negatives. So if we rank from highest similarity to lowest, we see that you can see some of the really relevant blog posts are showing up top here. I'm willing to take everything that's up to 100% similar. So let's load that data. Cool. So now we're 85%, 80%. So we've basically taken that 1,400 URLs and we've ranked it from like most relevant to least relevant. However, whenever you scrape Google, there's going to be like not always just blog posts. Maybe there's going to be some junk here. So one thing we can do is select everything and then classify it. And what we do with the classification is the tool is basically trying to figure out, what is the page type? Is it a blog page? Is it something else? So once that's done, let's look at what we've been left with. Most similar, only blog pages. And if we just look at some of these, get journalists to notice you. Media coverage. Want media coverage? 30 ideas. Free press media coverage. Need more media coverage? Here's how to make journalists happy. How to promote your book with media outreach. 3 ways to secure media outreach. Building relationships with journalists, media pitch examples, how to place your story in the local news. So you can see a lot of these articles would very, very naturally link to an article like this. So it becomes a perfect, starting point for an outreach campaign. From here, download this CSV and scroll through. As the similarity score starts to drop, that's where some articles may become less relevant, right? So if you're going to manually kind of vet this stuff, then it makes sense to really take a close eye at the bottom results and see which one of these really just don't make sense. Or if you want a quick and easy campaign, just focus on the top 100. So I would be taking this CSV file and then moving over to Respona, start a new campaign, starting with an advanced campaign. We could type in whatever email we want. Opportunities wise, we take that CSV file, import that we found, import that in, and then we can use their contact finding features to just automatically find the best contacts. They do a pretty good job of it. I'm not going to do that part just because I'm out of credits, so I'm waiting for my credits to refill at the end of today or tomorrow. But hopefully that gives you some ideas for your own outreach. Thank you. Bye.